So let me ask you a question. You as a Black American, you as a Negro, you as a Haitian, Jamaican, whatever the case, as long as you have melanated skin, let me ask you, in what ways have you learned about your history? How did you learn about your history? How did you know where you came from when you was in school? Did your teacher teach you your history? Did you learn it through books, magazines? Did you research it, newspapers? Let me know. How exactly did you, as an individual, gain the knowledge and the essence of where you came from? My name is Enchxnted Sol, and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about the law that was passed by Governor DeSantis concerning race, LGBTQ, and sexual matters. So all throughout Florida schools, there has been a ban of books from certain grades levels, which caused certain schools to take out books out of their libraries, their classrooms, period. A lot of these books concerns Black matter. A lot of these books concerns the LGBTQ community and their rights. Why is this an issue? This is an issue because us as a Black race, us as a Black community, we already have it rough enough to the point that they already erased our history. They have lied about our history. They have gave us illusions about our history. We only know our history from when slavery started, but we don't know, only a few of us know where we come from before slavery, right? But when we go into the educational systems, all we know is that we came from slavery, right? So they have took it upon themselves to take it even further, to take out whatever history we have left out of the schools. So our Black kids, our Black peers, our Black teachers can no longer teach, can no longer learn, can no longer read, and can no longer acknowledge Black history, Black education, the Black community in schools. Let's just take a moment on that. What is the real agenda here? I always like to ask the deeper questions because it's just like, what really be going on? Like, what's really DeSantis? Like, let us know. Is it because as a race we are gaining our power back? Is it because as a community we are raising the vibration of the collective, of the consciousness of this universe? What is really happening here? Mind you, we have already been blindsided about our history, and now we have the governor targeting our bats to take out what we have left of it. But that's okay, guys. You know why? You want to know why? What I really love about Opelika in Broward County is the fact they are hosting a reading required exhibit that basically covers and highlights Black stories, books, authors that talks about our race, our education, that talks about glowing us up as a community that has been banned from these schools. What I really love, the one thing I love about this ban is the fact that the Black community in certain counties are taking it upon themselves to basically showcase our history, our education, our authors in other ways that the education system has not done so in decades, years, centuries, whatever the case. Somebody in the article mentioned that what they intended for evil, God meant for good. And what I really love about that quote is that no matter what they decide to do to our kids, to our educational system, to us as a community, we can always turn that around and use it in our favor if we choose to do so. And that has to start with positive thinking. That has to start with a strong mentality, right? So it's just weird to me that all of a sudden these books are being banned that are mainly consisted of Black artists and authors for the sake of inclusion and diversity or whatever the case may be. But what it's really doing is to stir our kids, their mentality, their God consciousness in a different direction. For they would not recognize their power. For they would not recognize who they are, who God created them to be. But this is where we have to come in, folks. This is where we have to, okay, let's gather as a community. How can we make sure that our kids know where they come from? How can we ensure that our kids feel comfortable as they grow? How can we as a community ensure that that power remains in our bloodline? This is where we brainstorm, because we already the blueprint. We're very creative. This should cause us to come together. This should cause us to fight together. This should cause us to unite together. When are we going to get it together? I'm waiting. Again, my name is Enchxnted Sol. You can follow me on my personal YouTube channel at Enchxnted Sol. I thank you for being here, and I thank you for listening.